Hello and welcome to the first race of Chapter 3 Season 7. So this is the fall season, even though the first bit of it is going to be taking place during the tail end of the summer, which of course we are at the end of the summer, well, for the most part, because this is August 30th and this is kind of basically September, even though we're not September as of the time of this episode being posted, but you get what I mean. But yeah, of course, by the time we get to next week's episode, we will be entering September, and September commences fall, so yeah. So to celebrate this new season, we have 16 marbles competing in this week's episode, and also, this is the first episode, well, marble race I would say, the first marble race to be taped at 24 FPS, or uploaded at 24 FPS I would say, just to make my marble races feel a little bit more cinematic going forward. And even though 60 FPS will stay for gaming and live streaming, but for marble race content, 24 FPS is going to be the new standard going forward. So I hope you like it, but if you prefer 60 FPS, then maybe I would go back to it. But if you like 24 FPS more, then yeah, I'll keep this change from now on. So yeah. So anyways, aside from that, this is a season premiere, and because this is a season premiere, there's another thing I have to show, which is the track. So yeah, let's show off the track because this is a season premiere and we cannot do season premieres without showing off the track. So let's go do that right now. Here is the track we're going to be using for the first 3 episodes of this season. As you can see, it is the same as one of Chasing Sunset's tracks, specifically his first Chapter 3 track, which is from Chapter 3 Season 1. And yes, I am reusing this track. It's because for one thing only, it did not exceed a 3rd race consecutively, and that's due to past circumstances at the time, unfortunately. So therefore, I just ended up shifting the track without realizing that this only lasted for 2 races. So my apologies on that one, so therefore this track is being brought back for that reason alone, just so it can last for 3 races for reals this time. So yeah, not to mention this is a very good track that, he created, by the way. Which of course, speaking of which, credit to him for this track. Every time I use one of his tracks, okay, my bad for that line flip here, but yeah, overall, nice track. So yeah, that's it for this track, since there's nothing else for me to say here because this is one of his tracks. And like I said, credit to Chasing Sunsets for this track. So that's it for the track. Before we get this exciting season premiere started, I have 2 marbles to take note of. Both Ocean Cat's Eye and Blood Red are competing in this week's episode. For Blood Red's case, he DNF'd in last week's season finale by slipping off the track. And as for Ocean Cat's Eye's case, he failed to redeem himself in the preseason finale episode 2 weeks ago due to the fact that the race prior, which was my 8th anniversary race by the way, he DNF'd by getting stuck in the entry of the final flat funnel. So therefore, both of them will be given a chance to make that up, make their failures up, I would say, in this week's episode. Especially for Ocean Cat's Eye, since his confidence has recently tanked due to the fact that, he recently debuted into the roster, but unfortunately, like I said, due to his DNF and then his failed redemption, he basically lost most of his confidence that he once had. So yeah, especially for Ocean Cat's Eye, he better make all that up in this week's episode because, like I said, his confidence has pretty much tanked at this point, so yeah. So anyways, enough said and enough of this long intro. Choose any one of these 16 marbles you think will be winning in this week's season premiere. You only have 5 seconds to guess. Go. Okay, first of all, my bad for a couple of line flubs here and there, but no one's perfect. And second of all, there's no voiceover for this episode since we have 16 marbles in this one. And that makes it a wildcard race, so yeah. Anyways, without further ado, let this new season begin. Okay, so Neptune is the last marble to properly finish the course. And that is unfortunately due to Crystal. She DNF'd the same way Blood Red DNF'd last week. Oh my goodness. Looks like we have like what? Like the billionth DNF? Well, not really, but yeah, I'm sick of the DNFs at this point. And unfortunately, Crystal fell victim to the curse. So unfortunately, she will be placing last via DNF for this week's season premiere. So therefore, she will have to compete in next week's episode in order to make that up. Yeah, these DNFs are getting too much, but you get the point by now. And also, congratulations to Milky Way on scoring first place. And of course, kudos to Blood Red and Ocean Cat's Eye on redeeming themselves. Even though one of them could have gotten a full redemption, but oh well. But anyways, let's head to the final results.
We keep running faster and faster. I don't know what we're after, yeah.
And that's going to pretty much be about it for this week's season premiere. Like I said, congratulations to Milky Way on scoring first place, while sadly placing last via DNF once again is Crystal. Yeah, I don't know about these DNFs. They're just getting too much at this point and such, but yeah, like I said, Crystal will have to come back in next week's episode in order to make that up. But otherwise, aside from that, this has been a pretty good, not the best season premiere, but a pretty good season premiere overall at least. So, yeah. But anyways, that is going to pretty much be about it since there's nothing else for me to say here. So, hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up to show your support. Feel free to follow all my socials down below. And subscribe with that notification bell enabled. And of course, I'll see you guys back in the next. Bye bye for now, and have a good day.